What is up, team? It's your boy Sledge from the SledgeIncTeam, back with another episode of Unfiltered 20 Questions with Sledge. I am your host, Sledge from the SledgeIncTeam, and before I introduce today's guest, I'm going to give a few people a little bit of time to get in here, see who's in the chat, and then we go get right to it. All right, I see Michael Wong is in the house. Salute to you, my brother. My brother from another mother is always in here. Caesar's in the building. John R is in the building. Big Xavier, always an early bird in the building. I appreciate it. Come on, John, it's too early, man. It's too early. We can at least wait till the guests come up. Man. We got a good guest today. We gonna have some fun. Y'all know how we do it. We try to keep it around an hour or so. If it go a little bit over an hour, it's all good. You know, I'm gonna play off the guest. So Rod is in the building. My dog. Filmo is in the building. Yeah, the guest is backstage. So you know, I'm not gonna keep her waiting too long. I just wanted to get a couple people in here before we get going. Yeah, I wanted to get a couple people in here before we get going. And you know, while we got Rod in the chat, man, if y'all didn't catch Rod's live last night, man, y'all gotta go check out Point Blank Travel channel. That live was lit yesterday. So yeah, go check that out. Darius is in the building. My dog. Yeah. You know what? I've been wanting to do this interview for a little while, but the thing was, I seen her getting interviewed by some other YouTubers, and I just don't like to go behind nobody. I like, you know what I'm saying? I like to have my own time. I don't want to ask the same questions. So I have to look at those interviews and make sure that our content over here is unique. So I had to bring her over here for that. Rod say, put him down. Rod, you got to get over here, man. You got to get over here. I got one slot filled for August, and then I have another one available, man. Just get with me. But you know what? Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the guest. She is the queen of baseball, a timeshare finesse expert. She is an expert of credit card approval. She has traveled the globe. It is none other than Key from the Key Adventures channel. If I can get Key in here, let's go.
Hey, Queen of Baseball, let's go.
For sure.
What's up, everybody?
The Queen of Baseball. How you doing tonight, Key?
I'm doing all right. I got to ask you, what are we drinking tonight? I appreciate the introduction.
No, what you drinking over there?
I just got a little seltzer. Okay. Scotch and seltzer tonight.
Little seltzer something.
That's right.
All right. So for the people that don't know you, can you introduce yourself and your channel?
Absolutely. First of all, thank you so much, Sledge, for having me on. I genuinely appreciate it more than you probably even know. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Key, and I run the channel called KeyKey Adventures. Since probably about 5-6 years ago at this point, I've pretty much been able to subsidize all of my travel utilizing credit card points, rewards programs, and all that fun stuff. So I'm glad to be here. Let's drop some knowledge on these folks tonight. I'm excited for these questions. I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
Nah, don't need to be nervous. So the way that 20 Questions with Sledge works is I'm going to ask you 20 questions. Some credit card related, some not so much. The goal of this is to get the viewers to know you as you and not just, not just somebody that gets in front of a camera and record videos. So if you're ready to go, let's get into the first question.
All right, I'm ready to go.
All right, so the first thing I want to ask you is, what made you set up a camera and start filming content about credit cards and your travel experiences?
Yeah, here's the best part about that. I was actually watching Chad's Money Minutes. He had a live that he did back in December. and he was talking about the quote unquote keyboard warriors of Reddit. And to be honest, I was one of them, right? I was like, that's not that hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, some of these people don't know what they're talking about. Man, setting up a camera was tough. So major shout out to Chad for giving me the courage to step out of Reddit and into sharing my journey, right? Everyone's travel journey maybe isn't as robust as mine. Maybe it's better. That's totally fine. I just want to share what's worked for me, what's worked for my family, and hopefully resonate with some of y'all. So again, shout out to Chad on that video. Big time.
Big shout out to Chad. That's big bro. Chad is big bro. So yeah, big shout out to Chad. Okay, so in your intro, I called you the queen of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody that does not know, you plan to travel to every Major League Baseball stadium.
That's right.
How many have you been to so far? And how many do you have left to visit?
All right. So right now, I've been to 27 Major League Baseball stadiums. Just in this year alone, I've gone to Miami, Toronto, Denver, trying to think, Miami Marlins. I've been to quite a few this year, but I have 3 remaining. I'll circle back to think of Oakland A's. They're moving to Las Vegas, so I'll circle back to that, but not a brand new team. So I got 3 left out of this thing. So if anybody is watching this and you have Cleveland, Arlington, Texas, or Atlanta Braves, if you live near any of those cities, definitely let me know. Let's try and catch a game together.
Oh man, I just went and saw the Guardians against the Rays yesterday, man. Cleveland lost 2-0, man. I was disappointed, but since I live here, it's all good though. The Rays won, it's all good.
That's all good. It's all good. It's a long season.
What's your favorite team?
That's a great question. I'm genuinely just a fan, but one of my earlier videos, I was sharing my travel bag and what I kind of bring along with me. If you may have caught that, it is a New York Yankees bag. So if I had to pick one team, despite today I'm wearing the Red Sox, it's gonna be the Yankees.
That video.
Yeah,
no toilet paper bag with the Yankees on it.
With that Saks credit. So if anybody needs an idea, that's a great travel grift. Before I had the travel bag, I was rocking like a clear Ziploc baggie. Don't do that. Just grab a bag.
All right, now I know you said you don't have a favorite team, but what was your favorite stadium, and why was it your favorite stadium?
Okay, hot take here too. I really liked Kansas City when I visited. It's a little bit farther away from downtown Kansas City, so you're not going to catch any good barbecue on your way, without making some extra Uber or Lyft stops. But the reason why I liked it, one, the day that I went, they had $1 hot dogs, and they were these mini pitchers of margaritas for $5. I think baseball should be a family game. You should be able to bring your kids, your people with you as you go to the game. Some of these ticket prices are crazy. So I really liked it because it truly exemplified what baseball should be in my mind.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. You know what? One of my very first jobs when I was a kid was working at Cleveland Stadium.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I haven't gone there yet, so I'll let you know how it is when I get there.
Yeah. So you going to the new stadium. The one I worked at was the old Cleveland Brown Stadium. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So you do a lot of traveling. Which airline do you prefer for domestic travel? Mm-hmm. And so far, which is your favorite international airline?
Good questions. Domestically this year, I have to go with Delta. So I live outside of Rhode Island, in Rhode Island. And one of the airports here is not a Delta hub, but it's the 3rd most traveled airline is Delta. So I have some hacks on why you should consider not flying the most popular airline. But Delta's my favorite. I've been getting upgrades even out of Atlanta coming into Providence. So Atlanta's one of the big hubs, Boston, Detroit. I've been getting upgrades coming home, going there. It's crazy. I can't believe it. I'm booking 34C in the back. I get on the plane. I got these handwritten notes and I'm in 1D or, up in the front, which is crazy. So I only have silver status. I just got that.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So Delta definitely, but just generally, you should pick the number 2 or 3 airline traveled out of whatever airport you're from. That's my advice there. And then internationally, big time, those Qatar Q suites, I'm 5'9", almost 5'10" on a good day. Those seats are ridiculous. I feel like I still have so much room to spread out, and the bed's comfortable. The food's delicious. And I've only traveled business class with Qatar. So that's my favorite if I had to choose something.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Chad talked big about those Qatar suites, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got to check those out one day, man. I only aspire to be like y'all,
Let's get some stamps on that passport. Let's go.
All right. Now, what about hotel brands? Do you like to stay at major hotel brands, or are you a boutique hotel type of person?
Ooh, I think boutique hotels definitely have a lot of character, and if you're really trying to get to know a city, if you're not going to be there for long, that's definitely the route to go. Me personally, I like the big brand names for the most part. As we just discussed, I'm always going to Major League Baseball stadiums and what have you. So just to be close to those stadiums, it's always the big brands. I don't have a favorite, though. It's just whatever my point situation is. Like, you're not going to call me any loyalist to anything because they're not loyal to me. So,
you know what? I tell everybody that there's not one company that is loyal to you. You know what I mean? They only loyal to their stockholders and to their bottom line at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Now, you have booked some very nice hotel rooms, though.
Mm-hmm.
Although you don't have a favorite brand, can you narrow down your favorite 3 rooms? Where and why you choose these 3?
Did you say my favorite 3 brands or the favorite 3 rooms?
Favorite 3 rooms.
Okay. Number 1, real quick, right off the rip. The Flamingo, I had a room. I was upgraded. I don't know how I paid for the room. I'm imagining I used Chase points just through the travel portal regular. I got upgraded from wherever that $49 room was, facing the Bellagio, in a suite that had 2.5 bathrooms, a living room table. That room was ridiculous. Absolutely crazy. So that's definitely number 1. Flamingo in Las Vegas, Nevada. Number two, I was at I forget the name of it. It's definitely a Marriott. I want to say it's Newport Golf Resort and Spa or something like that. I can definitely get the name after the fact. But there was a PGA stop there, and I didn't know. I had platinum status at the time with Marriott, so I was able to go into the suite the lounge access. So many golfers were there. I wasn't into golf. I just came from golf just now, but I wasn't into golf back then. But there were definitely some famous people in that lounge drinking for free and, decompressing after their 18 holes that day.
That's awesome.
And then last but not least, let me just think. When I go to Boston to watch the Celtics or the Bruins or whoever's in town, there's a hotel right across the street. It's a Marriott Courtyard. Or maybe it's Residence Inn. I think it's Residence Inn, correction. It looks right at TD Garden. Walk right across the street after the event. Don't have to sit in traffic. Don't have to get out of the parking garage. So that's another one of my favorites.
You know what? In my mind, I was thinking that you made a video about a hotel in Miami.
Yeah.
It had like a swimming pool.
That room was crazy too. Crazy. And actually there's so many. I'm so blessed that I got introduced to this whole points and miles thing. So, I can think of countless rooms, right? Even when I went to Toronto to watch the Blue Jays, I didn't even need to get a ticket, Sledge. I didn't even need to get a ticket to the game. I just open up my curtains and I can see the whole game from the outfield from my room. That was crazy. That's crazy stuff. That
is crazy. Yeah, you know what? I don't have. You know what's funny is something similar happened to me when the Raptors used to play in the Sky Dome, and I stayed in the hotel right there. You could just look at the game right from outside of the.
Unbelievable!
You're literally in the stadium.
You're in the stadium, yeah. You're in the stadium.
Yeah. Now, when you book these flights and hotel rooms, of course, you're mainly paying with credit card points and miles.
Mm-hmm.
How did you even get into the points and miles game?
Yeah. I did a lot of travel for work, starting off my career right out of college. And part of that, they had a corporate card, but it was like none of my people in my department were using it. They were using their personal cards. And all the time I was seeing them whip out, like when we were at the airport, they'd be like, oh, just come in the lounge or just do this. And I'm like, how are we doing all this? We're not even expensing anything right now. And then they kind of put me onto it. And since then I've been hooked. Honestly, just been hooked.
Man, that's insane, man. Like, yeah, that's insane. Listen, y'all. This woman has redeemed, as far as I know, over 5 million points in miles. Like, y'all heard me correctly. Over 5 million points in miles. So if anybody know how to work this game, it is this person on the other side of that screen right there. So
Thank you so much.
What has been your largest point redemption? Meaning, which trip did you spend the most points on? And how many points did you use for that redemption?
Oh, man. This is unfiltered. Man, I wasn't prepared for this question for real. I'm going to say right off the rip, I booked, it's called a fifth freedom route. So basically what that means is you're able to, like, for a plane to get where it normally travels to. So let's say your plane needs to get to Hong Kong before it goes to wherever the normal destination is. They may stop for refueling or, what have you. They don't want that plane to go empty. So I booked a fifth freedom route from JFK, and this is first class, Cathay Pacific. I booked it JFK, New York, all the way to Vancouver before that plane went on to Hong Kong. I got off in Vancouver, but first class, I got to go into the lounge at JFK, and it had a restaurant in the lounge. So not only did you get in the lounge, but then there's like a subsection lounge in there. Had steak, had champagne that I definitely can't pronounce. I'm sure that the people on here are going to come at me, but had champagne I couldn't pronounce, and then got on the flight and had, is it Dom Perignon or whatever the fancy stuff is? Yeah, I had some of that. That was pretty good. That cost me at the time 60,000 AA miles. I think that's the most I've ever spent on a flight, and that was first class. So that we're talking a $5,000-$6,000 flight to do that, which, I ain't paying for that. I hope nobody on here is paying for that. So probably the most expensive flight. The hotels is tough. I've done some week-long stays, so I'm thinking like some of the fifth night free comes into play for some of that. So we're talking maybe 200,000 points for 5 days, getting one night free.
Yeah, that's the key right there too. That fourth and fifth night free, like that fourth and fifth night free, depending on, which hotel chain it is.
Yep.
Man, that's super valuable, It'll make you go from staying 4 days to staying 5 days.
Exactly. Ain't that the truth? And a lot of people don't like transferring. Like, for example, when I talk about the fourth night free, that's IHG. The fifth night free, that's Marriott. Or, there's a bunch of other brands that have stuff like that, but those are the ones I'm specifically talking about. A lot of people don't like transferring their Chase points to anything but Hyatt. If you're close enough to just topping up your points, like I wouldn't transfer that whole amount that I needed to stay for that week, but we're talking, 50,000 points or something like that. Transfer those joints over so you get an extra night with your people somewhere. Right. That's crazy.
Absolutely. Okay. So now we got to get to the elephant in the room.
Uh-oh.
How many active credit cards do you have? How many have you had in total? Count any ones that you closed or even downgraded. Now, you knew I was going to get to this question. That's why you had the book.
Yeah, I got the book of the active ones. This is the active book, and then this is some spillover right here. So I got a little spillover and then a little booklet.
Before you answer that,
yep.
Anybody that's watching, and Key can attest for this, anybody that comes on Unfiltered, these questions are brand new to them. They get the questions when y'all hear the questions. I do not give them the questions. They do not monitor the questions, and they don't send me any questions. They already know what it is when they go come on Unfiltered. So everything that you hear is going to be brand new information and nothing the questions they've never heard of. So no. I don't know if you forgot the question after I just sprouted out all of that, but
go ahead, hit me with it again. So that way we can make sure we got everybody.
How many active cards do you have?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's total active cards right now.
Okay.
Now I also want you to tell us how many cards you've had total, counting the ones that you've closed and downgraded to.
Hold on to your chair. You ready? No, I'm just playing. All right, here we go. Active today, I have 38 cards. The newest card added to my collection was the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, and I went in branch. Otherwise, Sledge, I would have grabbed your referral link, but there was a little bit higher bonus if I went in branch. So I did go in branch for that one. And then, so 38 active today. I'm going to have to check my travel freely. I think I'm at 78 cards I've had in my entire life. I think I'm at 78.
That's insane, Key.
I see people in the chat. Keep it coming.
That is insane. Now, when you started, did you think that it was going to be like this?
No. But honestly, now today, like just getting these cards, I want to just learn all of this stuff. So when someone asks me a question about how to get approved or what do I think, like, can I look at their report? I want to make sure I'm the most educated by that. So having close to 80 cards in my life, I feel like that puts me in the expert tier of what we're going to be talking about. So,
well, you know what? Absolutely. Because I'm getting up there in age. I forget all, and I talk to so many people. I forget who I'm talking about. And I was telling everybody that, you know what, all of us, we all have our own different expertise in different things. And at the end of the day, it's all our perspective and all our opinion.
Exactly.
But when you've actually experienced something, there's nothing more valuable than that. You know what I mean? And you're talking about 80 cards. Somebody like me who has had a lot of cars, mm-hmm. I can't even fathom that many.
Yeah.
Me and Anthony Venture used to have a joke about getting 100, but that was a joke.
Nah, this is real life. No, this is real life. Yeah, we coming. I'm not stopping anytime soon. At this point now, though, Sledge, it's honestly, I just want to see how much longer I continue at the pace that I've been doing, because people talk about running out of cars to apply for. Like, have you filled up your Synchrony Bank slots? Because I personally haven't. Have you gone to some of these other banks? You probably haven't. So, definitely think about some out of the box ways to meet wherever your lifestyle is and wherever you're trying to go. And if you need help, me and Sledge got you.
All right. Now, not only do you have a lot of cars, you also have some duplicate cars, and some of the ones I didn't even know you can get two of.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you tell the viewers which cars that you have more than one of?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, I'm holding active cards only. The American Express Business Platinum. I have two of those. Working on I might grab a third. I got a no lifetime language offer. So it's just that spend is so high. So we gonna see. We gonna see about that. So American Express Business Platinum. I have 2 Discover It credit cards. I just recently got rid of my second City Strata Premier or whatever it's called now, City Premier card. So I only have one of those now. I have 2 Chase Ritz-Carlton cards. And lastly, I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, I have 2 PenFed Pathfinder Rewards credit cards.
Yeah. It's funny. The main reason I asked you that question is because me personally, I was interested because I didn't know that you could get, duplicates of the Discover or the PenFed card. Mm-hmm. And anybody that doesn't have the PenFed Pathfinder card or don't know about it, I've made a few videos about it. Key's made videos about it. It is a excellent card that no one has.
Exactly.
Cesar has it. You have it. I have it. I don't know if anybody else in the community has it. But you're talking about global entry TSA pre-check, $100 airline credit.
Exactly.
You get
you get a priority pass.
Right,
yep.
Priority pass, Forex points on all types of
everything.
Travel. And all you need to do is open a checking account. You can open it with $5.
Did you mention it's free? I'm sorry. Right. Did you mention that there's no annual fee?
Yeah. No annual fee.
Yeah, no fee.
Checking account. All of this. All you need is a checking account and put $5 in there in order to keep it open. You could probably take the $5 out. You know what I mean? Keep $1 in there. But
yeah,
I use it as I keep money in there. But yeah, it's hard to beat that card, and I try to beat it into people about getting it because so many people are so stuck with American Express and Chase, and the new Wells Fargo and City cards, and they don't think past those cards. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? But you think about it, if you fly another airline that you don't usually fly, you don't have free check bags. You have the PenFed Pathfinder card that's giving you $100.
$100 for nothing, for just doing a checking account.
For doing a checking account, you can pay for those bags on there if you want to check in bags. You don't got to tote around this heavy suitcase trying to sneak it on the plane and put it overhead. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If you want to buy one of them dumb overpriced drinks on the plane, go ahead. You got $100.
Go ahead.
If you got two of them, come on, man. It's a great card.
Yeah, definitely. And, you're talking about the PenFed card. That has no annual fee if you have a checking account, just to be clear. The Discover It credit card, if you don't have two of those, definitely put that on your roadmap. Because, for me, I have a house, I have, other types of bills that are pretty large, right? But I get a discount for paying those in advance. So there's many times where I've canceled a Discover It credit card, reapplied for another one to use that 0% for 15 months. Because I pay that, I pay the, homeowner's insurance one time, and then I just pay it back over the 15 months. So if you're not doing that, that's a great way to manage your personal cash flow. So, and again, no fee. They're doubling the cash back. All sorts of things. I can go on and on about that Discover card.
Yeah, you get that 100% cash back match 2 times?
2 times.
2 times?
2 times.
All right, I have I got to plug this one out to them. Bobby Y, I don't know if he's in the chat or not because I don't have the chat up.
Okay.
He was my very first channel member.
Ooh.
The very first member of the channel. And every now and then Ekster decide to show me some love and send me these different items, wallets and whatever. And I had this extra finder's card. I told him that I was gonna give it to him, but I wanted to put that on the live because I wanted to give him a big shout out because he has supported me from day one, and being my very first channel member means a heck of a lot to me. You know what I mean? So there was no contest. There's no winners and losers. I'm just giving him that off the strength of he's always supported me. And when I decided to make a channel membership, I told myself that I was gonna make it worth it for the channel members. They're just not paying just because they like seeing my content. They can see my content without, without doing the membership. They're doing that out of the kindness of your heart. So yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Bobby and let him know that I'm sending that to him. Now back to the questions. What about ecosystems? Do you have a favorite one?
Right now, the only card in my wallet, if I was going to do a what's in my wallet video right now, it's the Wells Fargo autograph card, the regular one, not the new one that came out. That's a card I use pretty much for everything. That's the only card I have in my wallet right now. In the summertime, I have the little MagSafe case on the back of my phone. That's all I got. I got my Tesla key card. I got that and my driver's license. That's it. I don't need a what's in your wallet video. So that's my favorite ecosystem right now, probably. Wells Fargo. I'm excited to see what they're about to do. I'm excited. They got all of Chase's employees.
When you a KeyKey Adventure, SledgeIncTeam, Chaz Money Minutes, or people who have 30 plus cards, there's no such thing as a what's in my wallet video. You know what I mean? Because if I told you I had 5 cards in my wallet, I would be lying. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not just using 5 cards for a quarter. You know what I mean? It would be me making a video just to make a video to tell you that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm going to switch up different cards, and I'm sure the same thing goes for you.
Dang. All right. So I don't know. I've done a what's in your wallet video, and normally I do have a wallet. I use the Ridge wallet. So I know you've had some experience with that before switching over to Ekster, but in the summertime, I just like to keep it light. You know what I mean? I like to be having extra type of stuff. So I go to the one card, but normally when I'm traveling, I like to carry the physical priority pass. I like to carry a couple other things, the Ritz card, a couple other things, just that they have my back. They got my back.
No. That priority pass thing, I keep the digital priority pass. I'm not carrying that thing.
Okay. I don't know how to check, to be honest with you. I don't know how to check which card, Like when I log into Priority Pass, I don't know which card it is. So I'd rather just carry my real Priority Pass card so I know I'm using the right one.
You know what? Out of all the cards that I have Priority Pass on, I've only actually activated one.
Oh, good for you. I like to collect those things like playing cards in Las Vegas. I don't know why.
The thing I don't like is one thing I don't like about Priority Pass is that
What's
you
that?
can't gift it to somebody. You know, if it's yours, it's yours. So you can have 30 Priority Pass and you have to keep them, which doesn't make sense, really. You know.
Yeah. You know what I gotta say on that? You gotta get Capital One Venture X, or go ahead and start your merry-go-round for the Chase Ritz-Carlton card, because then you can add as many authorized users as you want and no fee for those Priority Pass cards and authorized user cards. So,
well, I got something coming up. I don't know when I'm gonna do it or whatever, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and apply for the city A Advantage Executive card.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's another hefty annual fee, but I'm getting rid of some of the ones that I have now. You know, like it's time for me to kind of change up my thing, and I think I'm gonna go to the top of the line on some of the cards, and some of the bottom cards and just go, just get rid of them, because I look at that. I never really thought about the AA card, and then I really looked at it, and I do fly AA. And I have the $95 business card, and there's a Admirals Club in my airport.
Oh, okay.
When I found out there's 50 Admirals Club plus 60 partnered clubs, so
okay,
that's a lot of lounges. So.
That is a lot of lounges. I'm interested. If you end up getting that card, I definitely want to hear your experience with being on the waiting list and kind of that whole process of actually getting admitted into the Admirals Club Lounge, because one of my friends is an executive at a corporation, and I just had him get rid of that card because he was constantly on the wait list. And, that's frustrating for someone that often doesn't get told no. So I'm interested on your experience for real.
Now, I've been in Admirals Club Lounges several times just because from flying international.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, with no issues. Yeah, with no issues. Well, the one in Tampa is super like no one's in there.
Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking, we're talking like Boston, New York, you know what I mean? So maybe it's a little bit different experience for that.
It probably is a little bit different. All right. Now, when you play the credit card game as aggressively as you do, and this is just something we were just talking about a little bit, it's going to come a time when annual fee cards, they're going to start getting up there. How much do you currently pay in annual fees, if you don't mind telling us?
Oh, man, check out the video. I hate to even say it. I think it's a little bit less than $4,000. Like, we're talking a little bit less, which is crazy. Absolutely insane. Don't do that.
When I just dropped my video and it was 3,000, everybody saying I'm insane. I'm like,
but wait, there's more. Go ahead and take that money. Go ahead, and not investment advice, but Roth IRA, traditional IRA, whatever you can qualify for. The credit card game, is not an investment, but I feel obligated to say that, right? Because, we are in the minority of people that hopefully aren't carrying balances on our credit cards, and or if we are, it's when it's a 0% offer, right? Or something that makes sense. So I feel obligated to just say, if you need help, let me know. My email is always in the description, and I'm willing to help you out if there's anything that I can do to get you on the right path.
All right. So when it's time to pay annual fees in a year or two, beyond the time you initially got the credit card, what are the determining factors on if you're going to keep a card or cancel a card?
I love that question. Right now, there hasn't been any sort of analysis I've done. For the most part, the cards that I have in my wallet, I'm genuinely using for something. I do, to your point, I need to do an analysis on what I'm doubling up on. Like, for example, I have the Delta Business Reserve credit card, and I have 2 of the American Express Business Platinum cards. There's so much duplication between those 2 cards
Yeah.
that I just need to make the decision and, cut the cord on one or two of those cards for real to save some money there.
You know what? I'm honestly thinking about in the future scrapping the personal platinum card and just keeping the Delta Reserve.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, you save a little bit, and then you save a little bit on the authorized users as well. You know what I mean? But when you start talking about the amount of money these cards cost, that little bit means a lot.
Sure do.
Right.
She'll do. So yeah, maybe that's something, maybe if people would be interested, maybe that's something me and you can do live. Maybe we go live and we kind of talk through like a keep cancel decision and just rapid fire through them, because 38's a lot. I'm not saying all 38 of them have annual fees, but that's a lot. That's a lot of cards.
Right. There's a lot of cards,
Yeah.
And you don't think about them annual fees until it seems like they always hit at a similar time, real close to each other.
Exactly. While we're thinking about it, though, last night, that's crazy. You just asked me that question. I'm just thinking about it. I'm looking at it here. I actually just canceled the SledgeIncTeam Business Preferred card because, like I said, I recently picked up that Chase Sapphire Preferred. So much overlap. I'm not using, anything except for transferability of the points. So doesn't make sense for me to have two $95 annual fees that are doing me the same job. So I did cancel that last night.
And by being a business card, there's really no
impact.
Right, no impact. So
yeah.
All right. Now, have you ever canceled a card and then regretted it later, or have you kept a card that you thought about canceling and then you regretted that decision?
Okay. Yep. I recently canceled the first part of your question. I recently canceled the Amazon Prime Visa card from Chase, $0 annual fee. I forget what the perks are, but y'all know. Y'all are smart. I recently canceled that card because I was trying to make sure my credit limit wasn't crazy with Chase. So that was the reason why I got rid of the card. I regret that big time. I don't realize how much I spend on Amazon until I go on Amazon. I'm like, dang, what card am I about to use right now? Where's my Amazon card at? So I had some analysis paralysis for real when I went to go make some Amazon purchases the other day.
Now, what about, have you ever kept a card and you feel like you should have canceled it?
Ooh, let me think on that. I'm doing a quick flip through for y'all that can't see me. I think it's probably keeping the American Express Business Platinum cards for real. Those are ones I shake my head about. I don't know why I have two of them. I think it makes sense because I do utilize all the perks. Like everything I'm filming on is sponsored by Dell right now. I feel like a walking Dell.com infomercial right now. But I've gotten to the point where my home office is fully built out. I work from home, digital nomad, whatever we're going to call that. But I think I'm at the point where I'm good. I don't need the cards anymore.
That's how it was when I had 3 personal platinum cards.
Yep.
I had them, but if you can work it, if you can work it and you can use those perks, then, it is what it is. What we do is not for the faint of heart.
Right.
And I wouldn't recommend it to a soul. You know what I mean? Like, I would not recommend it to anybody.
I agree.
It takes a lot of thinking. It takes a lot of planning. You know what I mean? There's a lot of afterthought before you apply for some of these cards. So I definitely wouldn't recommend it for everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, there is one card that you speak very highly of. A card that many people say is a nightmare to get. And that is the Wyndham Business. You already knew what
I'm grabbing it. Yeah, I knew what you were about to say.
This card.
Yep.
Why do you like this card so much?
Let me just make sure all my numbers are right here. Boom. I knew you were about to say it. I was pulling it out. All right. Here's why I like this card so much. I love going to Vegas. I haven't been to Atlantic City in a minute, but I love going to Vegas. I can probably say I go to Vegas either for work, conferences, all that fun stuff, probably 1 to 2 times per year without even trying. So by having this Wyndham Business Earner card, that's like a jumpstart boost into the world of free food in Las Vegas, complimentary upgrades. That's just reason number one. I mean, I can name a whole multitude of things there, but reason number 2 genuinely is it's one of those currencies, right, where no matter where you stay, it's a fixed award chart. Similar to Hyatt. I know people love Hyatt. I love Hyatt too, but Wyndham is the same exact award chart and they have more rooms than Hyatt. So you know what it's going to cost you no matter what. Super Bowl's in town, NCAA Final Four, whatever. It's going to cost you the same amount of points no matter what.
That's what's up. Now, what was the application process like for you?
Okay. My application process I have 2 Wyndham cards right now. I've had 3 or 4. I think I've had I've had 5 Wyndham cards. Excuse me, Barclays cards. 5 Barclays cards. My process was relatively straightforward. This was one of my first business cards that I've had in a while with them. But simple application, kind of around the Christmas time, if I'm remembering. As soon as I applied, I got the screen that we all hate. You know, I get that little anxiety in my stomach when it's not approved right away and it's spinning on the screen. But I think a couple minutes later, or maybe it was the next day, I got a call from Wyndham and they just wanted to confirm my identity. And that was it. I didn't have to mail anything in. I didn't have to send any DNA samples, nothing crazy. Just a phone call and just confirming that I actually applied for the card.
Wow. You know what? I listen to some other YouTubers that have that card, and it's like, it sounds like Barclays want their firstborn child, you know?
I know. Yeah.
For this card. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that wasn't my experience, and it hasn't been with any of these Barclays cards. Like I said, I've had 5 of them. I see some people, I love the flimsy Wyndham Business Earner card in the chat. It is flimsy. It's not a metal card. So I love it. I don't use it for really anything, except for, like I said, starting that merry-go-round with Caesars and all the hotel programs and the casino programs. That's
what's up. Yeah, I mean, that card, I've never heard anyone say that they were canceling the card. You know what I mean? That's not a video you see.
Exactly.
It's just people trying to get that card, you know? So, but all right, I got one shameless plug we got to do.
Okay.
And then we get right back to it. I move this microphone out the way. We got these got the merch out there. Separation is in the preparation. I got a whole collection of do your research shirts. I got t-shirts. We got hoodies. We got mugs. We got caps. I pinned the website at the top of the chat. So if you want to support your boy, let's make it happen, man. I appreciate y'all. And we about to get back to Key. Now, I don't want to lose my place. In your opinion, what are the most common misconceptions people have about credit cards?
Credit cards means you're in debt is probably the biggest misconception known to man. At least every time I say I have, 50 plus credit cards or I've had 50 plus credit cards, people are like, oh my, how much debt do you have? That's like the number one question that comes out of their mouth.
That is probably true. I like to read the comments on other people's videos, and I often see that, especially on shorts, because on long form videos is usually people that are trying to learn the game or they're more informed about the game. So they kind of understand, the process a little bit. But on YouTube Shorts, everyone sees it, So you get more of a general conversation, inside of the shorts, and a lot of the comments are like, credit cards are just debt. They're just thinking of credit cards because in their mind, they're thinking of using credit cards and not paying them off. Maybe paying them, but paying on them and not paying them off. So they look at them as debt. And I think in general, most people think that way. Just from listening to what a lot of people say.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, in saying that, what advice would you give to somebody that is new to credit cards and want to build a positive credit history?
Ooh, what a good question. I would say start local. I think that's a little bit different than what most other people say. There's hundreds of probably credit unions just in the state of Rhode Island. So I imagine if you're in a bigger state than mine, which you probably are, there's probably close to many hundreds of credit unions, local banks, kind of those types of things. I would start there. Make sure you have a checking account with them and show them, you have some recurring deposits with them. They really value relationships over really anything else. So I think that's a great way to get your foot in the door, especially when we talk, auto loans at some point, hopefully, or, even further down the line, if you get a mortgage or you need a personal loan or, what have you, right? Those folks will have your back and are more willing to hear your story versus just approve without ever talking to a human being.
You know what? My thing is, even if you deal with big banks, I think when you start talking about loans as far as auto loan, mortgages, you need to at least give a credit union a look. Because more than often, they're going to give you better rates.
Way better. Way better
rates, And most credit unions, even if they're specific to a teacher's credit union or whatever it is, there's still some type of way into those credit unions, whether it's donating $15 to something. A lot of them, that's it. You donate $15 and you're in the credit union.
Yeah, one time too. One time donation. One time. So yeah, definitely.
And you know what? Another thing is, if you get the right organization, that organization spans over thousands of different credit unions.
Exactly.
You pay that $115 and now you can get into another 1,000 credit unions. So, and some of them don't even take that. They just let you in. So,
yep.
Now we're about to get to the fun questions. If you're ready.
Okay. These are all fun, but I'm ready. Here we go. I'm sitting up.
Now, this is a question I've asked the last two guests. This one I started it with John R. If your channel had a mascot, what would it be and why?
Such a good question. The mascot I would choose is probably like something warrior-like or something like that with a stack of cards. I love showing the stack of cards, so that's probably it.
You gonna have a Viking with a stack of cards?
Exactly.
All right, now Douglas and Michael Wong are doing a live stream at the exact same time. You cannot switch back and forth. You have one monitor. Which one do you watch and why?
Okay. I got to say I love both, but I'm only picking one. I'm going to go with Michael Wong simply for the fact that we travel on a similar kind of lifestyle. I think he works from home. I think he's mentioned that he works from home. He does a lot of, business travel business class travel and that type of thing. And that's more my lifestyle. Douglas has the family and, that's a little bit, that's hefty on the investment of the point. So I don't have that yet. And so Michael Wong for sure.
For sure. Shout out to Douglas and Michael. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
We watch both. We both of us watch both of your content. So shout out to y'all. This is never a real competition. This is just fun and games.
No, I watch both. All
right, now I'm going to name 5 content creators.
Okay.
Some of these guys are probably in the chat. Like I say, I'm not looking at the chat. So some of these guys are probably in the chat. Now I want you to use one word or one phrase, either one word or one phrase to describe them.
Okay.
CJ.
Charismatic.
CJ, good dude. I met CJ before.
Oh, nice. All right.
Darnell from Water Your Soil.
Darnell, I don't know if you're going to watch this, Darnell. I don't know.
What?
I don't know if you're going to watch this, but I got you a book. Author. That's all I got. I mean, mic drop right there. That's it. He's published.
That's
published. I'll go published.
Yeah, I'm gonna troll Darnell if he wasn't watching his live. If Darnell not in the comments, I'm trolling. You pulled out his book.
Got the book right here.
All right. Joe Barreto.
Oh, Joe. Oh, the Latin man. All right. That's what I'm gonna go with. The Latin man. Man.
The Latin man.
Yeah. Don't get in trouble with player 2 either, Joe.
My brother from another mother, Seesaw Joel.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh. I have so much respect for you. You are really just a trailblazer. Just a whole new dynamic, whole new group of people that you're bringing into the space, and you're doing it very well.
Yeah. John R. from John's Credit and Travel.
John, my guy. This is my guy right here because we started YouTube relatively at the same time. So John is going to be, I'm going to call him my pen pal, right? I'm always asking him, advice, and, we're just trying to, push each other to get to the next level on this YouTube thing. So my pen pal.
That is what's up. You know what? Shout out to CJ, Darnell, Joe, Seesaw, and John, and all great creators. You know what I mean? I appreciate everything that y'all bring to this space.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Key, it's obvious that you are, we just ran through that line. So it's obvious that you are a fan of, credit card content because you support other creators just like they support you in this space. But this is unfiltered. This is unfiltered. Can you let us know any creators that you have unsubscribed from or you just don't watch anymore? I would prefer unsubscribe from.
Okay, here we go. I've unsubscribed from, and let me just make sure I have it right. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that it's right. I need to give you the right information. I think his channel was called Trip Astute is the channel name. I think he either doesn't do YouTube anymore, or I'm not sure exactly what happened. So no longer follow him, but only because he's not putting out content. No shade at all. It's hard out here to do YouTube. So I'm probably not unsubscribing from anyone. Other people I've stopped watching. I think YouTube does a good job with helping me with this, just the way they kind of do their videos. Wise Flies, I stopped watching, kind of moved over into COVID type videos and that type of thing. That's not for me, so I stopped watching that. And then another channel called Pointers. I also stopped watching that channel. So those are all channels I stopped watching. They're all kind of in the credit card space. But I don't unsubscribe. I kind of, I keep them out here, but YouTube does a good job of keeping the stuff I like at the top, which is credit card rewards, Apple Smart Home stuff, and just trying to get better personally, productivity and all that good stuff.
Okay. We gonna let you be PG on this one, but
okay. Okay.
My next guest, I got a feeling my next guest gonna be PG too, but I'm gonna get somebody. I can't wait to get Chad up here. We was gonna get to the last question, but we gonna do something that is unprecedented on Unfiltered. We have never done this before. We go into the chat, and we gonna let the chat ask some questions.
Okay, I love it. I have time. Let's do it.
Who we still got in here? I see Juan in there. I see John in there. I see Michael in there. Caesar, Xavier. We need some questions for Key. Where we at? We need some questions for Key. Where y'all at?
Thank y'all all for watching too. Thank you so much.
Absolutely no doubt. While y'all thinking about y'all questions, don't forget your boy got this merch. I had to put that out there. Your boy got this merch. I linked the website up there. Yeah, Chad is definitely gonna be fire. Chad is definitely gonna be fire. But I'm saving Chad's interview for right before the meetup. Since Chad put the meetup together, I felt like it was only right. I was gonna do it at the meetup, but I figured everybody gonna be doing a thing, You know what I mean? So, and I know in the first meetup, I didn't want to really. I was doing too many things to even really record like that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I recorded, but it was on the fly. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't interviewing anybody, nothing like that. All right, let's see. John says, where's that? What is your next card?
Great question. My next card is probably going to be a business card. And despite being under 524, I think I'm going to get a JetBlue credit card from Barclays. So I really like JetBlue. The seats are comfortable for me, and Boston's not too far away from me. So JetBlue, here I come.
You know what's crazy is I get an email from JetBlue card like almost every day. Like yeah, but from where I live, JetBlue is just not. It's not really that. You know, I don't know. They don't have a lot of flights out of here, so you know it's not really that economic. It's kind of like United. Yep. Not really that economic because they don't have a lot of flights out of here. This is more Delta and American.
Yep.
All right. Cesar say, what is your favorite card?
My favorite card, I'm going to name two. One is you can't get it. So the Chase Ritz-Carlton card, I know that's out of reach for a lot of people. So that's definitely a card I use every time I book airlines. That's a card I'm grabbing, no matter what. Which is why I don't have airline cards yet, really. Which is why I don't have the JetBlue card yet. So we'll try and get that. Next is the Citi Strata Premier card. If you're a regular person, just want one or two cards, that's definitely the one.
Strata Premier?
Yeah, that's it.
Now, Michael Wong say Frontier or Spirit.
I forget who you had on your channel, or maybe it was even you, Sledge. You said friends don't let friends fly in caution tape, or somebody said that, and I was cracking up.
That wasn't me.
Okay, I was watching somebody's channel. So I'm gonna go Frontier, but I don't have either of these in my home airport, so I'm gonna actually say Breeze Airlines is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you know what? My older son. He fly Frontier. He actually got a $35 ticket from Tampa to Cleveland. Yeah, $35.
Oh dang. Okay, yeah.
I would have got on that flight too.
I definitely would have got on that flight. Caution tape and all.
Caution tape and all. My boy Chad, look. Chad. I'm gonna start saying nice stuff about Chad all the time. And I said something nice about him. He done picked up the merch.
Here he is.
And also, you know what? I got to give a big shout out to Joe Barreto because he was one of the first people that I showed the merch to. Because not that I was trying to get anybody to buy it or anything, you know what I mean? I just wanted his opinion on it. And when I showed it to him, he bought a shirt. You know what I mean? Great. So I got to give a big shout out to Joe, man. That's my brother right there.
This community is something else. That's a big shout out. This community is wild. I love it. So much respect for everybody, showing support. So love that.
This community is crazy, man. Like, yeah, there's just so much support here. Juan Garcia say team hotel or airline?
Airline, baby. Definitely airline. Hotel, I'm hopefully only in the hotel room 7 hours maximum. So definitely the airline. Either I'm traveling far away or not. I want to be comfortable. I want to be well rested so I can hit the streets when I get wherever I'm going.
I dig it. I'm one of those people. I'll be the guy in the room, want to sleep, man. I gotta have that big, comfortable 1,100 square foot hotel room for no reason.
Yep.
All right, now Xavier say, is there an airline that you refuse to fly? Pan Am.
I mean, probably not. I mean, keep in mind, airlines are regulated, so probably not. If the deal is right, I'm probably gonna fly it. Probably. Nothing's coming to mind on that one, Xavier. I'd be interested. What about you, Sledge? Anything you refuse to fly?
There's no airline I really refuse to fly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I've had to get flights on like very short notice.
Right.
And when you have those very short notice, sometimes those things can be super pricey. You know what I mean? Like those things can be super pricey. I had last year I had 2 funerals to go to in
Ugh.
2 weeks. And I got back, it was in my hometown of Cleveland. I got back, there was another funeral. I had to buy another ticket. Yeah, I say me. I flew Spirit right back to Cleveland because, you know what I mean, I wasn't using any ridiculous amount of points. You know what I mean? I can get a cheap ticket there and back. So yeah, there's nobody that I won't, none that I say I'm not too good for any of the airlines. You know?
Okay, yeah, I'm with you on that. With you, we agree on that one.
You know what? The Spirit has, if you sit up front in the big, what they call them, the big seats or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, they just as big as like Comfort Plus seats. Actually, they bigger than Comfort Plus seats if you get the Comfort Plus seats with the 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Because the Spirits are only 2 seats.
Right. And I mean, guys, like at the end of the day, the actual aircraft, if we want to get really nerdy about it, is the same aircraft as United and Delta and all that. So really, we're talking about irregular operations and all that fun stuff. So we flying, everybody. Stop playing. We flying, everybody, y'all. Stop. We flying, everybody.
Xavier say he'll hold the left wing.
That's funny. That's funny.
Oh yeah, Michael, Frontier Diamond Elite member.
Okay, Michael with the flex on us.
Right, exactly.
That's
exactly. I'm probably the only person in here without any airline status. So
yeah, I mean, I just got Delta Silver maybe a month ago, not even.
Yeah, John, I know John. John is he definitely with the airlines. You know, John is definitely with the airlines. Said hotel is just for sleeping, shaving, showering, then I'm out.
Yeah,
man, listen, that hotel room comfy enough. I might be in there like, oh yeah, I get up when I get up.
Yeah, a little sleep in. Yeah, definitely. CJ with the super chat. Thank you, CJ. I see you.
Y'all see you? Let's see here. What do you say? Can I be team both? Yes, sir.
Yes, it's your travel. This is your life. You can be whatever you want to be. Absolutely.
My dog, man. I appreciate you, man.
Nice.
I hope you will come to the meetup, man. I hope you come to the meetup, man. It'd be good to see you.
Yeah.
If not, I got to get down to South Florida. Me, Chad, and CJ was supposed to be hooking up so we can get get it. We all in Florida.
Okay.
like we all in Florida. They closer to each other than I am, but we all in Florida. Like it'll be dope one day if we don't say anything and we just pop up on a live together. You know,
that would be great. Shoot, I'd be tuned in. So tuned in.
Let's see where. Oh, Mike say, where's your next adventure?
Okay, Michael. Right now I don't have anything booked. So it's just the creator meetup that's going to be in September. However, I definitely need to book a timeshare presentation. I'm thinking about doing a little stay in New Hampshire to get that done with Wyndham, actually, speaking of Wyndham. Also, I need to get to Cleveland. I need to go to some baseball games. The weather's been nice for some baseball. So, otherwise, I'll see everybody in New Orleans, hopefully. I hope everybody's going to be there. I look forward to everybody being there.
John said he's about to have silver status for 2025 with Delta. That's what's
Big
up.
Stuff. Yeah, that's crazy. That's good stuff. And you're in Kansas City too. Oh, what up, Lottie? Oh, CJ's back too. What up, everybody? Thanks for coming back, y'all.
Yes, sir. Who's that? Yeah.
For the meetup.
Hey, look, man. Everybody can't wait for this meetup, man. Like I say, the last meetup was great. It was great, but at the end of the day, it was a test run. You know what I mean? It was a successful test run, but I feel like this is gonna be the real deal. You know what I mean? Like I think it's gonna be more people, even though, like I say, the last one was a success.
Mm-hmm.
But there's even more people in the space now than it was then. You know, there's more communication between the subscribers and the creators. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like one huge family at this thing, whereas last time we were kind of just filling it around, meeting each other, man. I think this thing is gonna be great. So
this will be my first one, so I'm excited.
Yeah, Darius is in Florida.
Y'all got a whole Florida crew.
Yeah, we got a whole crew.
I got a whole crew.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Nice, Lonnie. Thank you. That's nice.
I think you know what I'm looking at. Most of the creators here in Florida. I mean, the Lord. I won't say most of them, but is the biggest group here in Florida.
Let me know when I need to be there. You know, I got no shame in using my points to come down to Florida.
I think the biggest group of creators are here in Florida. You get what? Me, CJ, Chad, Darius, Richie CEO. That's 5 right there. I don't think there's 5 in any other state.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Y'all got big shoes to fill. Florida 2026 meetup.
Well, it was supposed to be 2025, but Caesar hijacked it, so it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike say Florida is a short drive away, man. Listen, we can have a mini meetup. You know what I mean? Like we can have a sub meetup. You know, CJ, I think Darius is South Florida too. So CJ, who all be there?
Good crew.
All the people saying we just meet in the middle somewhere. Like we all meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
But I appreciate everybody for coming out, man. We're gonna wrap this thing up. It's a little bit over now. Oh man, we got another Darius coming in with Super Chat, man. We can't end it.
Okay. I'm here for it. Favorite hotel brand. I don't know if you missed it. I don't really have one. I'm going to say IHG, but the Kimpton properties specifically. I love spinning the little prize wheel. I've gotten lucky a couple times on that wheel by saying the secret passcode. And then St. Regis. We talk about pools in the room and big old tubs and all that. Crazy. Those rooms are crazy.
Crazy. I got to check that out. I have to check that out. When I saw that video and I seen that little pool in the room, I'm like, that's crap. I've never seen that. Like I've seen a lot of things in the hotel room. I've never seen a pool like right outside the patio.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Filmo say too hot in Florida. Let's meet in Buffalo. When you Filmo, I say no. My mother-in-law lived like right outside of Rochester. I'm cool on that. We staying where it's hot at.
Yep.
Let me see. What Lonnie say? I still need to get on the Jurassic Park roller coaster.
Oh no, I am so afraid of heights. That is going to be a no for me, Lonnie.
Are you afraid of heights?
I'm afraid of heights. I'll get on it, but I'm definitely gonna have some anxiety about doing it. But I'll be afraid the whole time. But I'll do it.
What's funny is I'm afraid of heights too, but I'll ride a roller coaster in a minute.
Woo. Yeah. I'm sweating thinking about it. I thought the Unfiltered was hot, but man, thinking about getting on a roller coaster. Oh man.
John said he's gonna be wearing his championship Super Bowl Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't blame you.
For sure. But I say, man, it's a little bit over an hour. We done held Key here long enough. And Key, I appreciate you coming out. You got anything to say to the chat before we get up out of here?
1000%. Thank you so much for the engagement tonight. Appreciate the questions coming in at the end. If there's anything that I can answer for you, definitely drop by my channel. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, give me some feedback, right? At the end of the day, I'm just trying to get better at public speaking and doing this whole thing. Second thing I want to... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You were doing your thing.
Yeah. Second thing I want to say, major shout outs to pretty much everybody, but I think I have to say thank you specifically to Anthony Venture. Without Anthony, I wouldn't have been introduced to anybody that's currently in the chat or even, you, Sledge. So big props to Anthony. He's definitely helping me out with how to, continue to develop and get better with YouTube. And he doesn't have to do that, right? So major respect for Anthony Venture and his family as well. And then, Sledge, here we go. I appreciate you. You got me on this live, sweating, didn't know the questions, and I'm out here. So major shout out to you. Got to do the salute, right? Respect that. And, I'm just appreciative to being here.
Hey, listen. Rod from Point Blank Travel said he wanted to get up here. CJ, with everybody watching, I'm calling you out. You got to get on Unfiltered. I am calling you out. But you know what? For everybody that came here, whether you've been here for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, a half an hour, or the whole time, man, we appreciate you being here. And